Hello, hello, and welcome to the Chain Crew. Dom has already died, which means that's going to be a
True.
sad podcast.
Yep.
We
RIP.
are a quarter of the way, about, about a quarter of the way through the NFL season. Pretty cool stuff going on. So we're going to review that, and then we're going to take a peek at some NFL odds, see if we think we can have some hot takes and some fun looks there. I personally think Tyreek Hill is highly underrated for MVP, so I'm
Yep.
excited to get a peek
That's
at what we
crazy.
can make off that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I'm just gonna. With that in mind, what do we think about the two games last night, boys?
Two
We
of the
had
worst
Denver
games I've
Broncos
watched in
versus
my
the
whole life.
Cincinnati Bengals,
That's all I have to
and we had
say.
the Jets versus the Dolphins.
Like I said last
I like the
episode,
Jets.
it's just those types of games where you only would watch them if it's like June and there's no football on. That's the type of games I thought of those. The Jets one was a little bit better. The other one, I cannot watch the Bengals offense. All over Twitter today, I saw tons of people saying like this solidifies that Joe Burrow's the MVP because they're absolutely useless without him. It's crazy. And
That
I
is
have to
so
agree.
true.
They don't even look like an NFL team without him. Like obviously, I mean, Jamar Chase is getting open, but he's not getting the ball thrown to him. It's bad. It's really bad. They're cooked. They're gonna have a top 3 pick at this rate.
What's weird to me is that they're 2-2. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with everything you said, but they're 2-2. The Ravens are 1-3. The Browns are mid, and the Steelers actually look decent. I was talking to my buddy last night. I was like, the Bengals look awful, but they're still 2-2. They need to make a move. They need to sign an O lineman. They need to get a free. They need to trade for a quarterback and O lineman. They got to make some moves because I feel like they could maybe still contend in their division. But it was
Good.
horribly hard to watch their offense. The Jets had some highs and lows. I honestly think the Jets could have won that game if they didn't have all the
The
turnovers
Fields
they
run
had.
was
Tua
amazing.
looked good. The Fields
did
one
look
on
good.
4th and 1 was
Yep.
ridiculous.
Darren Waller had
Um,
some nice touchdowns.
He-
Garrett
he
Wilson
does-
had
He did.
some ridiculous catches. One of them was taken back because of a horrible
Yep.
push-off call, but the other one was just
Agreed.
insane.
Agreed.
Garrett, I mean, we were just talking about Garrett Wilson, a leader or not last episode, and he absolutely goes crazy. So funny.
Yes.
He is a monster. So, you know,
Schmigs, your
he
team won.
listened.
How do you feel about the Hawks? You know, the Seahawks had a Thursday night game, and you guys were dominating the Cardinals, and then they came back super late. Just like my team
Made
came
it
back
close.
super late, but lost. How
Made
do
it
you-
close.
The Patriots looked unreal too. We have to talk about that.
Drake May's an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, calm down.
He technically speaking,
looks good,
as of right
but-
now, he would be in their top 10 or so, technically speaking.
I think Dak's in there. Up until this week, Lamar was in there. Josh Allen's in there.
Josh Allen's number one,
I hate it.
probably.
Patrick Mahomes is playing
Patrick
really
Mahomes-
well.
He's played really well for one game, yes. But
Well,
let's
that's
be
another
real
topic,
here.
too,
All
is
of us
at-
last week were talking about how bad he's been this year. We cannot be saying that he's
No,
looked really,
he's a-
really good.
He looks okay
He
this
looked
year.
really good this last game.
And this is something too at the quarter of the year. It's crazy how week to week the NFL is. I don't want to overreact on 1 week because Mahomes went nuclear against a Ravens defense that seems unable to stop people from putting 30 up.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
they had
gonna
like
sit and
8
say
people
he's,
out.
I'm not gonna sit and say Mahomes is back. I'm also not gonna say Herbert's washed. Herbert's over.
Yeah.
You know, like
Absolutely
people have
not.
had bad weeks, people have had good weeks. Drake
Jackson
May
Dart's
had
a
a
goat.
great week.
Drake May's been having a great
and-
year.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I saw.
That's
Was
true.
it now? It's like he has a ridiculous streak for 75% completion rate and 2
3 in a row.
TDs or something.
He's one away from
in
tying
a row.
Tom Brady for number 1 all time on that streak, and it was 2007 Tom Brady. So I just want to
Of
point that
course,
out.
you know that.
I sent it to the group chat the other day.
You did. You did.
One thing I will
Agreed.
say about Justin Herbert, that Justin Herbert thing, that's not on him. That was like textbook horrendous broken O-line against a super dominant
Yeah.
D-line. Like, I mean, one of his second interception of that game, literally his receiver slipped. And so it was just picked. Like, There's just nothing you can do about it sometimes, and that D line just played
Dude.
out of their freaking minds. It was crazy.
I love the boys going crazy in New York. Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboot, dude, they look like they can run through any brick wall, any defense. Those boys don't look scared at all. I loved watching Jackson Dart on Sunday for the Giants. That was fun.
Cam Scatterboot is going to have CTE that rivals Antonio Brown if he keeps playing like he is. That's all I'm saying.
And
I love it.
Say what you will, they did get a lot of points off turnovers. But that's a tough defense. That is
Yeah.
a very tough defense.
Mhm.
That is not throwing Jackson Dart in against a Chargers defense that put 3 interceptions on Geno. I mean, they made Mahomes look very human week 1. I was impressed. I mean, that's a tough start for the guy, and he came out with a W.
He was
I'm
solid.
surprised by the Jags. Jags are 3-1 and kind of look good. They turned over Brock Purdy 4 times. Niners did not look good.
Brock had some rough throws in that game.
Yes,
rough
Rams and
throws.
Colts were fun. Both
Devin
those
Lloyd
teams
on the
looked good.
Jags was going off all game. He had 2 picks. He's crazy.
Hey, I have to
yeah.
say that my pick for Offensive Player of the Year, one of them, Puka Nakua, is looking real good
is
right
looking
now,
good.
boys.
really
125
good.
yards per game. He looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
Wow.
fair. Mine was Jamar Chase, who obviously doesn't have his QB. I think I said Jamar and Saquon Barkley. And Saquon is facing the most. Every team they face is stacking the box because Jalen Hurts doesn't throw the football more than 4 yards.
But it
And
doesn't
that's-
stop him.
It doesn't.
He
They're
throws to
still.
Goddard.
They're still very, very good. It's a little scary. I think they very well
Yes.
could repeat because they're looking
Yes.
not good and they're still beating everybody.
Yes, I thought the Bucks would pull off the comeback, but
I thought
they
they
look
would
good,
too.
man. The
Yeah,
Eagles
Yeah,
look good.
they really do. They really, really do. I don't really know what other teams can contend with them right now. I mean,
The Packers
Hurts-
looked
Jalen
amazing
Hurts-
first 2 weeks.
yeah, I think they still looked good in the game against the Cowboys, minus their
That-
defense.
That
but
Sunday
that was
night
an
game
incredible
was
game.
ridiculous. 31 points in the fourth quarter. No one had any defense. Like I thought, I'm shocked. The Cowboys have the number 1 ranked offense and the very last 32nd ranked defense.
Yep. It's pretty
I-
hardcore.
Yeah.
That was nuts. And I had
Yep.
fantasy players in both games, so I was really enjoying it. I sat there and watched that whole game because I had
I
a lot on
thought-
the line.
I thought Micah was going to have a more impactful game. He still played really well, but he had a game-saving tackle or sack on Dak Prescott in overtime
Yeah.
at the end there.
Yes, but man,
mean-
they ran away from him. They double teamed him. They schemed him actually really, really well.
They did.
I kept thinking like, okay, the Cowboys have the ball. Mike is going to get a sack this drive, and he didn't. I don't know
did
if
at
it
the
was him
perfect
or
time,
the O
though.
line, but
He did it at the absolute perfect time to save the game for him.
yeah, I want to say watching that replay, I think that the Packers linebacker probably would have got to Dak. I mean, I'm not no disrespect to Micah, but I don't think it was a game-saving sack. I disagree with
I
that.
don't
I think the
know.
linebacker would
I
have got
don't
to
know.
Dak, but
I think
um,
even if he doesn't
so-
get there, he still gets a couple extra yards, and
He
that is
does.
a huge difference between
he does.
what happened and what could have happened. So
Let's talk about
Yeah.
our teams. My team is super mid. Our offensive line is crap, and I could not trust Carson Wentz, and I benched Justin Jefferson this week, and it didn't matter. I won in that league. I'll never do it
I
again.
told you not to bench him.
I know.
I told you not to
don't.
bench
I
him.
didn't trust Carson
You asked
Wentz
for my
but
advice and you benched him.
I still won in that league. It's fine. But our team looks just it sucks. It sucks to go from 13-4 electric offense, Sam Darnold slinging the rock everywhere, and our offense looking amazing, to what we've had the first 4 weeks for me this year. Just as a Vikings fan, it's hard to see how great our defense is and how slow and awful our offense is. I know it kills Kevin O'Connell. It kills me, especially after last year. It hurts.
It
We're
really
2-2.
makes you think. It really makes you think. It was leaked. It was leaked that the Vikings tried trading up to take Drake May in the
Okay,
2024
all right.
draft.
Shut the hell up.
You could
What do you
have
guys-
him.
What are you 2-2? You've played. Who have you played? You haven't played any good teams. All right, calm down. Let's see you
Could've
guys
had
play a
Drake
good
May.
team and see.
You
Let's
could've
see you
had
play the
Drake
Bills,
May.
and we'll see what happens. All right,
You could have had Drake May.
you guys.
but you don't.
You dominated the Panthers. Shout out to the Patriots. Shout out to the offense.
Yeah,
I started Drake May, by the way. I started Drake May. I was happy about it. I like
he's
Drake May.
awesome.
You're glazing him too much
Because
but
he's
I like
top
him.
5 in every category right now.
First
Every
time
single
ever.
one.
All right. It's been 4 games. All right, he looks good.
Hey,
He's not
I'm
Lamar
gonna
Jackson.
jump
Hey,
this. I'm gonna
you're
jump
talking
into
about
this
Puka
and
Nacua. He
say,
could put up 100 yards the rest of the year, and you're glazing him. That's what I
I'm gonna
thought.
jump in this while we're
Schmink, go
talking
ahead.
about top 5 quarterbacks. Number 1 in PFF rankings currently, Sam Darnold.
True.
I honestly don't know how that happened because he's I think he has 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but I'm actually very happy with the Seahawks right now. You're not. I'm gonna glaze a little bit and say we're not contenders, but I'm getting optimistic about dark horse territory.
Hell yeah.
So I'm hopeful for that. I think it's just a really tough football team.
Yeah, defense looks amazing, dude. Defense looks really good. Until those last 2 drives against the Cardinals, you guys were all over
Imagine
them.
Drake May thrown to JSN though.
Oh my god.
It would be something while we're talking about the Seahawks defense, I want to talk because I think it's an interesting thing to bring up. In the 2 years since Mike McDonald left the Ravens, they went from the number 1 overall defense to the number 9. Now they're ranked number 31. In that same time period, the Seahawks went from number 32, and I forget what we were last year, but now we are, or number 30 something. We were very bad in Pete Carroll's last year, to now one of the number 1 defenses again. Do you believe what's John Harbaugh's role in defense with the Ravens? Because it kind of just looking at the tail of the
Nothing.
2 teams, it looks like Mike McDonald was maybe the guy in Baltimore.
Yeah, I think maybe they've had some injuries and
They've had a lot of injuries, yeah.
And it seems like maybe maybe they don't have a great front 7. I mean, I'm trying to think of like a D lineman or a linebacker that I could name on the Ravens.
Justin
best-
Madubuike.
And he's out for the
He's
season.
out for the season and might be career ending from what it sounds like.
So I'm like, I think they need some
My
guys in the
goodness.
front 7.
Yeah,
That's an interesting stat though, Schmigs. Coaching matters, man.
Harbaugh brought it up and got asked about it in a press conference earlier today, and he said that he won't comment on it, and that's up to Justin Madubuike to talk about. So, I mean, it just sounds like something that very well could be a career-ending type of injury. It's a neck injury. He's seeking multiple.
Oh yes.
Multiple.
Shoot.
What am I trying to say here? Multiple
Opinions?
options and opinions. Yeah. So I don't know. Obviously that would blow if that happens. You don't want to see that for any player, but that's what it seems like it might end up being. So yeah, Ravens might be cooked. Lamar Jackson is also maybe out for a couple weeks as well. So just crazy.
I think it's weird to me that we were expecting them to have an amazing defense, and they have looked awful. Their defense has looked awful.
They've looked really bad. They've also
shocked.
played really, really good teams.
Well,
and
that's
also been
true,
hurt.
right.
So I mean, it
That's
might
true.
even
Fair.
out once they start getting into the easier portion of their schedule. But it's gonna be interesting.
I thought
At
the
least if
Seahawks
they play
would
JJ
be-
McCarthy or something, they might bump up the rankings a bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Maybe. I
I'm
thought
sorry.
the
All the
Seahawks would be
JJ
a light
McCarthy
version.
glazing the first 8 episodes before the season started, and then week 1, and it turns out my QB with no weapons is better, and yours with the greatest wide receiver on earth isn't.
Your guy uses his legs pretty well. Our guy,
He's a dog.
I mean, he's played 2 games. He's played 2 games in the NFL, man.
He's
I mean,
clipboarding on the sideline pretty well.
Time. It takes forever for players to get used to things and get confident. Like, I still have faith he could be a great player, but yes, it sucks.
I also
It
want to point
sucks.
out to everybody listening that Carter made multiple bets with multiple people that JJ McCarthy would have 30 touchdowns this year. So
29, 3,700 yards and 29 touchdowns. And I think we have to change the bet. I haven't
we're not
decided this-
changing the bet.
Well,
Unfortunately, it was a
if
handshake.
If he was out for a week or 2, I'd get it. But if he's going to be out for 4 or 6 weeks,
Hey, you made
you
the
gotta
bet.
give me some
That's
numbers.
That's like drafting somebody in fantasy and being like, well, Tyreek Hill's hurt, guys. I deserve these extra points because he's out the rest of the season. You know?
All right.
I do.
Fine.
He is
Fine.
on pace
I'm
for
gonna win
9
your
touchdowns and 13 interceptions, though.
I'm going to win your league, and I'm going to make my money back. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Maybe.
Speaking of,
Maybe not.
Speaking of,
The league I'm in that's worth the most money, I stand to make over $1,000. I picked up another marquee win playing Carson Wentz, Justin Jefferson, and Jordan Addison this weekend.
Damn, the triple stack
I
is
had
crazy.
70 points. I had 70 points before the morning slate even started.
That's fire. Let's go. Let's
What-
go. All right. Well, we've been. Huh?
What? Wait. What do you 70? How did you get 70 from Carson Wentz, Justin Jefferson, and Addison?
They combined for maybe it was
Did they?
60 something. Yeah, I can look it up
Because
in
just
PPR.
Justin Jefferson had 22, but I guess did Carson Wentz throw 2 touchdowns? Maybe he did throw 2 or 3 touchdowns. But Addison
Yeah,
didn't catch one.
He threw one to Scott and one to Naylor.
But I don't think Addison had a lot of points. Anyway, fine. It doesn't matter, I guess. I was like, those guys didn't combine for 70, so it didn't make sense to me. But I'm happy for you that you won. Congrats. I'm 3-1 in Dom's league, and I
Carter,
have not scored a lot of
successfully
points.
called BS. It was 60. It was 60.
Okay. All right, it's
How
not
could
that
I?
bad.
How could-
Congratulations to our tallest man and the chinniest chin, Sir Dominic, on winning the first week for him in the Chain Crew versus First.
It was a crazy
podcast.
win, too. I was the
Fantasy
first
League
30-point scorer of the year, by the way.
Yes, you started the Bengals defense and they gave up over 500 yards, so you got a ton of points for that. Sam won our first 2 weeks. I won the third. Dom has won the fourth. Our only winless Chain Crew member is Mr.
Bum.
Schmeeks.
Absolute bum. We're kicking him out of the
Put
league.
an asterisk next to it. Put asterisk. He started Tyrod.
That's true, technically. But
I'm
that's
just-
only
I'm
because
just
I
gonna be
forgot that he wasn't starting.
It
But I would have had
it
Carson
wouldn't have
Wentz in there,
mattered.
who had like negative
Yeah.
3 points or something.
he had negative
so.
3. It wouldn't have mattered, but
No.
it is kind of interesting to see because we've had so many surprise performances where
Yeah,
just you think that a
seriously.
player or team's going to be awful and they're great or vice versa.
Yep.
But it's
Yeah,
been
first
fun.
two picks.
I got screwed again this week. I cannot seem to play the correct head coach or defense.
Yep.
I played the Panthers defense and they shut out the Falcons.
Yeah,
I
last
turn
week,
around, I play the Giants head coach, and wouldn't you believe it?
They beat the
win.
Chargers. You dummy.
So I'm struggling. I don't know left from right at this point. I'm making all the wrong moves, and I need to figure it out. Because my I'm pretty sure my fantasy team of bums is about to call a players only meeting on me for for playing all the good me. I can't. I'm making all the wrong GM decisions. I'll own it. I've had chances to
True.
win.
True.
You're
Okay,
hilarious.
well, speaking of chances to win, we have players with chances to win NFL honors. So let's take a look
Woo,
at some of those. You know what I'm
transition.
saying?
A very
You know what I'm
nice
saying, brother?
transition. Make sure you
Thank you.
zoom in a little bit more if you can, like zoom in on your screen just a little bit.
If it would freaking do the thing. Okay, there we go. Beautiful.
Oh,
How's that look?
that's money. Money,
All right,
money,
boys.
money. Regular season MVP.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking over the odds for each NFL Honors Award, essentially, starting with MVP, where we have some very interesting names at the top. Josh Allen is the heavy favorite right now to win at plus 100. We've got Herbert at plus 550, Mahomes at plus 650, Jalen Hurts at plus 1,300, and then Lamar and Jordan Love are tied at 1,400. Drake May's at 7,500, by the way. I just want to point that out.
I can't believe Herbert's in second. Herbert's looked really good,
Drake
but-
May.
Well,
He's had one game, one loss. I mean,
yeah.
One bad game.
To that point, though, I would take a hard look at that Joe Alt injury before I bet on Herbert moving forward.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he lost 3 offensive linemen, and that's just going to impact
What?
the numbers. It just is what
What?
it is.
well, he
What?
lost two. There's two recent, and then Rashawn Slater was during the preseason or training camp. I can't
Wait,
remember.
two
what it was.
starters for the
gotcha.
Chargers O-line has gotten hurt?
Yeah, he was down 3
Wow.
starters in total this game.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
why they
in his
got
back, just
destroyed.
feasted on.
I
Yep.
did not know that. Oh, that makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Let's see. The highest skill position player on here is Jahmyr Gibbs at plus 10,000. Not bad.
And
Not
the
bad.
fact that Jahmyr Gibbs has the same odds of Geno Smith who has like 7 interceptions right now,
Cam
is
Ward,
bananas to
Christian
me.
McCaffrey, and Tua with the same odds
I
is
wanna
nuts.
I want to throw something out here. I think if I was gonna place a bet, I think that the way to make the most amount of money, and I think the person I put my money on is Dak Prescott plus 6,000. He is balling. He is balling, and
He is
he's gonna have a
balling.
Joe
He's
Burrow
been
season.
Superman for that team.
Their defense is awful. He is passing the ball around. With CeeDee Lamb out, he still looked incredible. I'm pretty stoked on Dak right now. I'm really impressed.
Yeah,
And
he's
even
been cooking.
Micah Parsons, I think Micah Parsons said during his interview, he's like, that might have been the best game I've ever seen Dak play in like 5 or 6 years.
I do think it's kind of crazy that Jaden Daniels is at plus 3,500 and he hasn't even played in multiple games. That's a little wild to me. He should be down
that
further.
is.
But I think going forward, Josh Allen's probably going to win MVP.
He probably
I would be
will.
shocked. I mean, it's usually a combination of best, player plus record. They're undefeated right now. I could see Herbert making a push for it if he keeps playing like he has been, minus this last game, which I think was just an outlier. Lamar
see.
Jackson, I mean, you can never count out Lamar. He's been balling other than this past game.
Yep. Completely
Mahomes
agree.
could make a push. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to win MVP. I think you're just burning your
agree.
money right here.
I agree. I actually like the Jordan Love option there. Not terrible.
Yeah, Jordan Love has been balling for sure.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's been playing really well. Baker.
The guy Baker is the one if I had to throw money down, that's the one that tempts me the most. They're 3-1. They did just take a loss to the Eagles. He almost
Close
let him
one.
back. I'd be interested to see these odds if he wouldn't have thrown that end zone interception. But man, he's slinging it, and I think he has what is it 2 or 3 go ahead game winning drives right now.
He had
3 game winning drives
I
for
mean,
field goals.
Yeah,
The first 2 wins.
he almost had one again.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
So I think Josh Allen probably deserves it. I also think back-to-back MVPs, I'd be willing. I don't think that happens all that often. I'd be willing to bet against him.
I agree.
Do you guys know? Do you guys know who won 3 in a row once? That's what I want to know.
Oh, who won it 3 in a row?
3 in a row.
Can you give me the years?
Late 90s.
Emmitt Smith?
Nope.
Late 90s.
Decent guess. It's QB.
I'm going to say because
Joe Montana or Bryce Young.
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
That is incorrect. It was Brett Favre.
Really?
3 in a row. Yeah.
Wow.
People don't remember he was a baller back in the day, man.
To the OROY.
1 second. It's being stupid.
It's tweaking out.
One other thing I want to say while this is loading.
Okay, there it is.
Plus 100 odds is insane.
It is crazy.
That is essentially you're betting 100 to win 100. That's a 50-50 bet for Josh Allen at this point.
Yep. Offensive Rookie of the Year is up next. We got Emeka, Ashton Jeanty, and Omarion Hampton, top 3. Kind of solid. I don't disagree with any of them. I think those are pretty solid. Ashton Jeanty absolutely went off, had a hat trick this past game. I mean, we've been talking about it. We said it last week that this could be the game where he breaks out, and he very much did. 3 touch. I mean, dude, he went crazy.
That might have been our best, most accurate prediction as a chain crew so far.
I agree. It's going to be an interesting race between him and Emeka the rest of the year.
He brought back the Mike Myers stance too.
He did.
And I thought,
he did, and it was so sick.
Just in time
Shedeur,
for
though, at
season.
15,000. I might take that. I might have to take that.
They got him there with Elijah Arroyo.
Yeah, they sure do. Who's the worst? Why is Armand Membu here? They got offensive linemen on this. That's crazy. Will Campbell, my GOAT. Pretty decent odds to win. Offensive Rookie of the Year. This is someone we all predicted, I'm pretty sure. Abdul Carter. I mean, it makes most sense. He doesn't have the stats, but he's going crazy on almost every single snap. Just because he doesn't have a ton of sacks does not mean he's not balling out. He absolutely is. I'm actually shocked Will Johnson isn't a little bit further up because he's been kind of locking stuff down for the Cardinals. But Jahad Campbell's been really good. The Eagles get a steal once again. Nothing new there. They always do.
Who's Carson Schweisinger?
I believe he is a lead singer in a rock band.
What team does he
let's
play
give him a
for?
look-see.
I don't know. I couldn't tell
I
Like,
you.
actually don't know. That's a great
Shamar Stewart
question.
is for the Bengals. Abdul Carter's for the Giants. Jahad Campbell's for the Eagles. Michael Williams is Lions? No. Is he on? I can't remember what team Michael Williams is on.
Carson
but-
Schwessinger is a linebacker for the Browns. He's taken in the
Okay.
second round. Why don't I recognize his name at all?
I was going to say, I don't know who that. I didn't recognize. He
He's
got
from
taken in the
UCLA.
second round?
Yeah.
Wow.
Top.
Maybe we need. Hey, Carson, here are your flowers, buddy. Good for you. Keep making those
now.
tackles for the
Yeah.
Browns, man.
For now. Travis Hunter's been playing really nice, but he doesn't play enough on either side of the ball for it to matter for an award like
He
this.
doesn't deserve another award.
Yeah, buddy. We got Offensive Player of the Year, Carter's prediction, Puka Nacua.
Let's
Number one right now.
go!
Jonathan Taylor's been going crazy, and so has Bijan Robinson. And then Chris McCaffrey put up another
Yeah.
like 9 catches on Sunday. He's also having
Yep.
an awesome year.
CMC looks great.
As of right now, I think it's Puka Nacua's to lose, but if Jonathan Taylor keeps playing like he is, I don't think there's
Yeah.
a chance he doesn't win it.
J-
Like, I could
JT's
see
been
any
going
of these
hard.
three. I could see any of the top 3 winning it
Oh
for
my
sure.
goodness. I
For
as
sure.
a Rams hater, I cried on that touchdown run for JT. That got called back for the Adonai Mitchell
That
hold.
was
I was
such a crazy run. Adonai Mitchell had a crazy game.
Yes, he did. He's the reason they lost.
he had a
He
bit
kind
of
of
a
is.
he had a bit of a sell.
It doesn't
He
help that
was-
Daniel Jones turned into Giants Daniel Jones on the final drive of the game, though, to be honest with you. He threw a pretty
That's
bad
very
pick.
fair. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I had Jahmyr Gibbs here, and I actually had I think Jihad Campbell up there. So I'm just outside of it all right now.
You're cooking.
Nice
You're
job,
cooking.
Schmeeks.
Justin
I don't know
Fields
if
at
that's
plus
the word.
10,000. That's pretty
Justin
good.
Fields.
That's pretty good.
T.
Stephon
Higgins was
Diggs,
on
my
there.
goat,
Stephon
20,000.
Diggs. Wow.
Jaden Reed, there we go. There's your guy,
No
Jordan Addison.
collarbone.
Defensive Player of the Year, Aiden Hutchinson, number 1 right now. Micah Parsons, Miles Garrett.
My
Those were Micah
goodness.
Parsons and Miles were my 2 predictions to be like the leaders. So
I think I had Christian
I love
Gonzalez
Nick
and Pat
Bonito.
Surtain. Is Pat Surtain on there? No, he is not.
I also had Kyle Hamilton up there as well.
Yes, you did. Aiden Hutchinson does look really good, though. I'm
He
I'm
does.
happy for him.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
he was on pace for one of like the best seasons ever last year before he broke his
Yep.
leg. So I mean,
Yep.
it's good to
Max
see that
Cro-
he's playing
Dude,
well.
the Max Crosby interception that he had when he tipped it to himself was so sick, and then he almost did it again later in the game. Shout out Max Crosby. He
It's
looks like
kind
a
of-
fiend
There's
for the Raiders,
zero
man.
chance he should be below T.J. Watt and Will Anderson, in my opinion.
I
Honestly,
completely
I don't
agree.
see how he's not
Completely
top
agree.
4.
I agree completely, yes. I mean, Jared Verse is good, and
Jared Verse is a
Bonito,
monster.
Nick
Benito's a
Bonito for the
monster.
Broncos looks great too, yeah. But Crosby,
But
man,
Max
that pick was
Crosby
ridiculous.
below T.J. Watt, I just don't get that at all.
Didn't
Derwin
Watt have a
James
huge
also
game
has-
against the Vikings.
Yeah, he's had like one good game. Max Crosby, though, in my
Okay.
opinion, has been a monster like every single
TJ
game.
Watt, he
And
might have had a fumble
Derwin-
recovery on us.
And Derwin minus this Giants game has been ridiculous this year. So I'm shocked he's not higher either. I don't know how him and Kyle Hamilton are on the same level. Kyle Hamilton's a monster, but I think Derwin's been the best safety in the league this year.
I like that Josh Hines Allen is on that list too. He's like 10th or 11th. The Jags defense had 3 or 4 turnovers, like we were saying. He looks good. He looks like a star. I mean, he kind of looked like a star the last couple of years. But
He's
like, if
been a
that
monster,
Jags team
yeah.
is gonna really contend with like the Colts or the Texans, like they need a stud on defense.
Isaiah
Rogers,
Rodgers.
let's
There he
go.
is. Where is Gonzo?
Go.
Probably not on here because he missed the first 3 games, but he was very, very good. Very, very good against the Panthers.
I
Yeah,
think we've
I saw
made
Trey Hendrickson was mine, and he's way down that list.
Shane
I don't even
Steichen.
know. I just know that Bengals defense ain't it.
Yeah, Shane Steichen's number 1. That makes complete sense. I mean, the Colts have been balling. Liam
Agreed.
Cohen also been balling. Mike McDonald also been balling. Jim Harbaugh as well. I don't disagree with any of those. 2 of us predicted Mike Vrabel, and then I think
Yes, we
Schmeigs
did.
predicted, who was it? Sean Payton, I want to say.
I had Sean
Yep,
Sean Payton as
Sean
well.
Payton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all
Good for
did
the
pretty good on
Colts
our
and the
predictions.
Jags.
Coach of the year, I think it's his to lose at this point as well. If they finish the
Well,
season
and
and go to the
Yours,
playoffs.
yours was Vrabel, Carter. Yours
Yeah,
was Vrabel.
and
Yes,
yours was
I
Payton,
like
yeah.
that Shane Steichen and Liam Cohen are both in the same division. Both of those, the Jags and Colts, both look a lot better than I think people expected, and the Texans look okay
Ben
too.
Johnson up
That
there as
AFC
well.
South division is a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree.
hey, what's everyone's take on that drama with the 49ers,
That was
Soleil
so
saying Liam
funny.
Cohen is
That was
doing
so
sign
funny.
stealing? What
Yeah.
is that? What is that? I don't even have any context for it. I'm shocked.
I
I
don't know
also
what it
don't.
is either. I don't know what it is either, to be honest with you. But it was funny seeing their interaction after the game, and then saying Kyle Shanahan saying he needs to chill out or whatever he said. I can't remember his exact words, but it was pretty funny. Back player of the
Oh
year,
yeah.
Christian McCaffrey number 1, Aiden Hutchinson 2, Dak Prescott 3. I had Trevor Lawrence as my prediction. He's number 5 here, so
I
pretty
had
solid.
CMC. I had CMC, baby. Come on.
Dude, that's like predicting the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl.
I took Dak.
You did. I think me and
shoot.
Schmeigs get extra points for our picks here because we're both top 5. If one of us had said Daniel Jones, I would actually be very impressed. Darren Waller's up here as well. Ricky Pearsall. I mean, Ricky Pearsall's been balling.
My other pick was Chris Godwin, who was there in like 8th place.
Yeah. Assistant
my
coach
other
of the
guy.
year. I don't even have a comment on this.
Nope.
I mean,
Same.
I'll just say Jim Bob Cooter because that's such a fucking fire name. That's so sick, actually.
That's a great. Why are there so many?
I don't know. I mean, there's
That's insane.
2 for
Oh,
each team, I guess.
You know what's not on here that we also talked about was Protector of the Year.
Yes.
But
I don't know why that's not on
Where's
here.
my Tristan? Where's my Tristan Wirfs odds?
That's a great
Penei
question.
Sewell.
I don't know who it's
Boys.
gonna be.
I mean, going back to those who are listening who maybe
Jordan
don't
Mailata,
know what we're
perhaps?
referring to, in our very, very, very first episode of the podcast, we made predictions for all of these awards, and now we've decided to review to see which ones we think, what we were close on, what we were way off on. So anyway, if you haven't really been following along, understanding what we've been referring to, go back and watch our first episode.
Yep. Eagles are favorite to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. Bills favorite to get it in the AFC. Chargers right behind them.
Well, and that's maybe a good segue into our Super Bowl predictions because we all did predict the Eagles going back. And we were saying, I think I had Ravens or Bills in the AFC was my prediction.
Yep.
Crazy.
I think
Yeah,
mine,
I had
I think mine
Ravens, too.
was. I think we all had the same ones. I think we all said Ravens and Ravens or Bills and Eagles. I think we all said that. I mean, I would probably stick with that. I could see the Bills doing it. I really could. This feels like maybe the year it finally happens. The Eagles, I'm not really sure who could beat that. I think maybe the Lions or the Packers would be the 2 teams that could possibly
I was going
beat
to say Lions, Packers, but Rams. The Rams should have
Yeah.
beat them, and the Rams look really good. I think the Rams have a chance to do it. But I'm looking for a
We'll see.
defense, that
Yeah.
might be able to slow them down. Maybe the Seahawks. Maybe the.
I think
I had a lot of confidence in the Packers until this week. The Rams, honestly, I think would be my next choice. It's got to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with my Bills and Eagles prediction because it just makes the most sense to me. I'm not gonna bet against Josh Allen. I mean, eventually they have to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, right? Like the same thing happened to Peyton Manning. He could never beat the Patriots in the playoffs, and then eventually they did, and they ended up winning a Super Bowl. So, I mean, I don't see the odds of Josh Allen never beating the Chiefs in the playoffs is low. Like anything can happen, but
And I honestly still think the Chargers and the Broncos are going to win. One of those is going to win the division. I don't think I mean, the Chiefs have looked really good. The Chiefs could do it, but I got faith in the Chargers and the Broncos. I still picked the Broncos to win their division. They're 2-2. They look okay, but I mean, Chiefs are 2-2.
the Chargers have
3-1.
looked the best out of that division by far. I mean, the
I
Chiefs
agree.
have looked good for one game, and it was against the Ravens, who one, they played horrendously on offense, and two, their defense was completely destroyed and also awful before that. So, I mean, I would still pick the Chargers to win that division as of right now.
And then do
There's
you
a
think
lot
the
of games
Chargers can
left,
beat the
but-
Bills? I mean, the Chargers just lost the Giants. Like,
I mean,
we'll see. There's
that's
a
why the
lot of
games are
seasons
played,
to
though.
go,
You know,
but-
like that's why the games are played. Like, I mean, the Dolphins and Bills were close, but I mean, one or two things goes differently in every single game, and the game
Right.
swings pretty much. So I don't know if the Bills have a really good pass rush against the Chargers in the playoffs. I think that's it, because I mean, Justin Herbert had no protection this past game, got murdered like every single play, and it affected the game. Like if a pass rush is destroying the O line, the offense has pretty much no chance. But it's all going to
Yeah,
rely on that.
that's
And if Khalil Mack returns.
that was going to be my only comment to that was I don't know how healthy the Chargers O line is, and I actually don't know the timelines for a return. But what I
Yeah.
do know is the Chiefs got Worthy back. He looked great. They're getting Rashee Rice back. I mean, the Chiefs appear to be a team that's getting pieces back, whereas the Chargers, it's through no fault of their own. I don't want to sit and be like, oh, they're not, but they're just not as healthy, and it gives me concern that they can win here coming up and still have a chance to contend against the Chiefs for the division.
Yeah. Fair.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Mm-hmm.
Which injury in the NFL so far hurts you the most? We just lost Malik Neighbors for the season. We just lost Tyreek Hill for the season. We've lost Joe Burrow for pretty much all of the season, most of it.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa's out for the season. We've got a couple guys out for a while. CeeDee Lamb's out for a while. Any player that you're going to miss watching, or just their injury just emotionally hurts you?
I'll start. For me, it's Joe Burrow and Malik Neighbors, and it's not even close. Obviously, I'm a huge LSU fan, so that ties into it. But for me, Joe Burrow's injury affects another one of my all-time favorite players, Jamar Chase. So it makes it, him have a worse season overall. And then Malik Neighbors, I mean, that's the second phenom Giants wide receiver I've seen get hurt in that stadium. Because the same thing happened to Odell. Odell was an ankle and he broke his ankle, but like, I don't know what they need to do, but they need to get rid of that stadium, because the turf absolutely destroys people. And I don't want to hear it from anybody. Like, there's been so many big name player injuries on that field. It's crazy. Yeah, and I just hope Malik Neighbors can come back good from his injury. I'm less worried about Joe Burrow because, like, I mean, turf toe is bad, but at the same time, like, it's more of like a freak thing than anything, and it's not something he exactly super relies on. If it was a shoulder injury, then I'd be extremely concerned. But yeah, I mean, he's like the best pocket passer in the league, so I don't think it'll affect that. But thing I will say about the Joe Burrow thing is it reminds me of Andrew Luck, and that's what everybody says. It reminds them of Luck, because it's a first overall pick, not getting protected at all, and just getting tons and tons of injuries piling up. And I don't want him to become a what if like Andrew Luck. So I hope that they, if he doesn't play the rest of the year, I hope they have a top pick and they get some O linemen. Like that's all they need to do, straight up. So yeah.
Yeah. Worth noting too that turf toe is on his non-planting foot, just hammering in what you said. It's not one he has to throw off of. I laugh a little bit when you ask the question. I think all these injuries are so significant. If you're asking me what I think is the most significant injury, it's to me Nick Bosa, just because suddenly the 49ers future is a little bit blurry. Obviously, Joe Burrow, the Bengals future is a little bit blurry. Blake Neighbors is interesting because yeah, I mean, I shouldn't say blurry. It's non-existent. And Malik Neighbors' injury is interesting to me because the Giants appear to be building their own culture regardless. I mean, it's interesting to see what's going on there and then see what it will look like when he gets back in the mix. For me personally, and I feel really, really terrible saying this, the injury that has hurt me the most was seeing Robbie Oots go down for the Seahawk because he was our fullback and he was a rookie. I know it's terrible. Like, that was the one I was the most emotional about.
You know what? Fair.
I was really excited about him. I liked a lot of what he was doing for the team. I thought he brought a culture of toughness. He worked his way on the roster. He's a 5th-round pick, was getting meaningful playing time. Pancaked Patrick Queen Like when we played the Steelers, he looked like he had a bright future, and it was this year was taken from him, and it hurts.
I love how ready you were to just glaze this man and just highlight him and give him his flowers. I just felt like it was prepared. I love
All right,
it.
Carter, who's yours?
Mine, my homer pick is JJ McCarthy. I want him to get playing time. Even if we're shit, I don't care. I want him on the field. I want him to learn. I want him to get better. I need him to get reps. So it really hurts me that we're putting a lot of our future in this one guy. And he was hurt the whole season, and he plays 2 games and he gets hurt again. It's really, really frustrating for me. But I feel really bad for the Giants. I think the hardest thing for me is to see Jackson Dart come in and play really good in their first game against a good defense, and Malik Neighbors is out for the season. That just hurts. That just really sucks to watch. The Tyreek Hill injury is the most interesting to me because I think it might end his career.
It might.
I don't know if he
was
wants
in the
to
wrong direction.
I don't know if
brother.
he wants to play. He dislocated his knee and tore his ACL. He was already old and losing a step. And the Dolphins were like, okay, fine. Let's just keep going. We'll throw it to fucking Darren Waller. And they run the ball well. Like, I think the Dolphins needed a shift anyway. And maybe in a weird way, Tyreek Hill being out is going to actually help their team. And I just don't know if Tyreek is going to come back. I mean, he may want to, but if he does, he probably won't be the same. So does he even come back? I don't know. And then, of course, like, he needs to spend more time beating his wife and his kids and making kids. Like, he needs to spend more time at home. So, like, that's why he was so happy on the gurney leaving the field. He was like, oh, I finally get to go home and, like, abuse my family again, because that's all he wants to do. So that's the most interesting injury to me. But I do want JJ McCarthy on the field.
You've been spending too much time with Clarissa Thompson, dude.
No, I was sitting next to Drew. Drew was saying some crazy stuff last night.
I bet he was.
So shout out to him. But
anyways, okay, going off of that, I want to ask you guys, what is the most painful injury you've ever seen? The one that's hurt you the most ever, not just this year.
Like emotionally or like just physically to watch it? It was like which
emotionally.
Dude, I'm gonna jump in because when the Legion of Boom had pretty much fallen, Richard Sherman had already gone to the 49ers. Cam Chancellor, basically, his neck was going out. He didn't leave the field. They put out that really heartfelt post, I wanted to play till the wheels ran out, but, I just can't. And I'm sorry, but, this is it. And the last one standing was Earl Thomas. And at Arizona, in the Cardinal Stadium, he fell. I forget what it was, but it was season ending, and they put him on the cart.
He broke his
carting
leg.
him away. Yeah, it broke
off.
his leg, and he gave the bird to Pete Carroll, and it was just like, yeah, this is the end of the era. It's over. I remember seeing that, and it was just like that Earl Thomas injury. Beyond the fact that he was maybe the best defensive player on that Legion of Boom team.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think the argument.
He's one of the best safeties of all time.
Yeah, I think the argument gets made that Browner and Sherman are not allowed to play as physical as they can without him basically playing cover one in the back the entire game. But beyond the fact that he was just so good for the Seahawks for so long, and that pretty much ended his career. I mean, he had an okay year with the Ravens after that, and then
he was an All-Pro on the Ravens.
Oh, but I didn't know he was an All-Pro.
But then he got caught fucking a girl with his brother, and his career ended.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was having issues.
I thought he would have been an Alabama player from that.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, no, I remember watching him flip the bird and just be like, man, it's over.
I can't wait to make that our 10-second short.
My bad, not all pro. He was a Pro Bowler. But yeah, Earl Thomas was unbelievable in his prime. Just one of the best safeties I've seen.
To answer your question, when Adrian Peterson got really hurt at Washington, I think it was his ACL. He ended up coming back and having, the MVP season. Watching Adrian Peterson get hurt at Washington when he was having an amazing season, that really hurt. His knee got screwed up. He was having an amazing year. I remember that. I was young. I remember watching that being like, no way, our best player. The whole reason I love football. Because I was 2011, so I was 14. Dude, the whole reason I loved football and watched football was because of Adrian Peterson at that age, and then he goes down, and it was awful for me.
Very fair.
I've tried to think of others that were like really emotionally like frustrating or triggering for me, and the other one that came to mind that you might be surprised by was Greenlaw for the Niners when they get on the field to face the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and
Yes.
and I'm
He
like,
was-
it was
It changed the whole
so
game.
shocking. It felt like devil worship work. It felt like, what in the hell? What are the odds that this happens in the Super Bowl? The first drive, right as they're coming out, these linebackers are insane. The Niners defense has been so good. Like, the Niners got to beat the Chiefs. They got to get their revenge for a couple years ago. And he goes down, and
It
Fred
wasn't the
Warner puts
first
his
drive.
hand. It was the
No, it
very
wasn't.
first.
It was a couple drives in because he was locking up
I don't-
Travis Kelce the whole game before that.
Are you sure? Okay, maybe I'm wrong,
100%.
but I just remember watching that thinking,
No, it
That's
was
insane.
early in the game, though.
It
was
was
early in
the
the
Very
game.
early in the game.
and Greenlaw went down, and Fred Warner turns and looks and is just like, all of us, like, that's not real. That didn't just happen right
second quarter of the game.
Yeah.
Second quarter of the game.
now. So that came to mind because I wanted to see the Niners get a win. I wanted to see the Chiefs lose, and I remember feeling like, holy crap, like this feels like I'm watching a story that's already been written.
It was
like,
bad.
it just felt so insanely crazy and ironic, and it was nuts. And that's the only other thing I can think of, honestly, for like a crazy or painful injury that I've watched
Fair.
or seen.
Yeah, that Dre Green. I mean, the Chiefs. Travis Kelce was not getting the ball at all until that happened, and then as soon as he goes down, it changes everything because their backup linebacker can't do anything. It was bad. It changed the whole trajectory of the game. But mine, I've got 3 right here. So number 1 would be Odell. He was genuinely, to me, on pace to go down as one of like the top 5 receivers the NFL has ever seen. He was unfreaking believable, and his ankle
Loud.
breaking followed by his ACL tear on the Browns just completely ruined everything for him. Because like before that, he was so explosive. He could take slants to the house on any given play. Like, he was probably the most
Yes.
electric player in the NFL in his prime before he even reached his prime. And then the other one for me would be Cam Newton when TJ Watt injured his shoulder, because after that, he just didn't have any velocity on his passes. Before that, he had one of the strongest arms in the entire league, but after his shoulder got destroyed, it just wasn't the same after that. I mean, he had a really good season in 2018. He was on pace to be like in the MVP race, but after the injury, everything just completely changed. And number 3 for me isn't exactly like one injury, but it's like a huge, what am I trying to say here? It's like a huge landslide of injuries from his knees, but Todd Gurley for sure hit the arthritis in his knees. Not exactly an injury, but at the same time, dude, so painful. He was unbelievable.
He was.
He would have been the best running back in the NFL for years to come. But yeah, it was just.
He's probably the only reason I won my first fantasy football championship. I had him that year. It was like 2015 or 2018 or.
Yes, he went off in 2017 and 2018.
It was 2018
Yeah.
when I had him. It was my junior year. I had a junior year of college. I had him 2018, and he went
Yep.
insane, and I won our league that year.
Dude, he was unfreaking believable. I mean, he's
He
just one of
was.
the best running backs I've ever seen, and it just it's crazy because like he had that insane year, and then he doesn't play much throughout the playoffs. He doesn't play pretty much at all against the Patriots, if at all. And then the next season,
right.
like it's just he's just not the same player anymore. It was unbelievable. But yeah, those would be my 3 honorable mentions. RG3, he had his rookie season. Destroys his knee, career pretty much over, and then all the injuries that piled up on Andrew Luck would be up there as well for me. There's a lot of players I've loved over the years, and unfortunately, the Dom curse hit them, and they all got hurt.
Curse.
I think it's because they were all of their souls were being used for Tom Brady's career length. I'm pretty sure it feels that way. It was unbelievable.
Okay. And with that, I think we should go into our week 5 predictions.
All right.
I'll share
the screen.
Let me share my screen. All right. Let me know if
I
you
can't
guys
wait
can
to
see
get
this.
hated on for my pick.
Okay.
Ooh,
let's
Niners
make some
Rams.
hot
That's gonna be a good
takes
one.
here. Yeah, Rams 49ers.
Before we
Thursday
get into
Night
our hot takes,
Football.
how do we all feel about our teams this week? Oh my God, Carter, you have to watch another early game, you pussy.
Yeah, yeah, we're in London.
That's tough.
I gotta say the Seahawks getting moved back to the afternoon slate for the best possible reason, so that Mariners baseball can be watched in peace. Playoff baseball for the first time, like it's just a fun time in the Pacific Northwest right now.
Hmm.
I'll tell you
I'm
guys what.
stoked for this game.
Dolphins, Panthers, and Giants, Saints are about the 2 worst games I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah,
That's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way that could get worse is if it was Titans, Saints.
yeah.
Thank you.
This will probably be the most electric game of the day. If
Dude,
I
we
had
have
to
such a
guess.
what if to the right of that, though. That could have been a goated game.
Oh,
Lions,
it
Bengals.
could have. Yes, definitely could have.
My team has its
Um,
first Sunday night football game in many years, by the
And
way.
I
I'm so
actually didn't know
sad.
you guys. I didn't know you guys were playing the Bills. I was like talking shit earlier, like saying you guys should play someone good like the Bills. I didn't know you were playing them this week. I'm interested to see how this game goes. I really hope this game is a shootout because I have both these quarterbacks.
Here's how I predict it. The Bills are going to win. I'm 100% positive of that. I won't even be mad because Josh Allen is just my favorite player. But I feel
Yeah.
like him and Drake May are going to both have really good games. So as long as I get that, I'm happy. I would predict like 7 touchdowns combined between them.
Okay,
I feel like
that's
Josh
a
comes
lot.
out. That's not that many. They both run a lot. They both pass a lot. I mean, Josh
that.
averages
would
at
love
this
it.
point like 2.5 total touchdowns a game, and Drake probably
does.
isn't far behind that. So I mean,
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So 7 total touchdowns between the quarterbacks. I like that take there.
I guess,
Schmeeks,
and Bills win.
do you have,
I'm
one
gonna
in
play
mind
off
here?
that, and I was gonna play off that and say for the Seahawks, what I'm looking for is hold the Bucks to 20. I know
Wow.
that's if we could hold them to 20 offensive points, I'm gonna be stoked.
That would be interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, they've been held to 20 once this year. Week 2. Since that, though, they've scored 29 and 25 against the Jets and Eagles. So, yeah, I could see that happening.
No team has scored more than 20 on the Hawks so far this year. I just want to keep that streak alive.
I bet you do.
Wow. Oh, okay.
All right, Carter,
Um,
thoughts on Vikings?
I don't.
Vikings
I don't care. I don't
Carson
care. About
Wentz is
this.
gonna get.
This is
He's gonna
terrible.
help my fantasy team in our league so much with how many times
I
he's gonna
don't-
get sacked.
I don't know how to feel about this because it
As
honestly
long-
could be similar to the Steelers, except the Steelers have a worse offense. This could be a really low scoring game.
As long as he says fuck it, Justin Jefferson's down there somewhere like 6 times this game. I don't care.
I hope so, but who knows? Actually, my hot take: I think the Broncos are going to beat the Eagles. I think the Broncos hand the Eagles their first.
That's
Their
a
first loss.
terrific hot
Interesting.
take.
I think that the defense is starting to click. They haven't seen a ton of injuries. Both the Broncos running backs look good. Their receivers look good. I think Bo Nix just needs to take care of the ball a little bit.
He's been very hot and cold this year, mostly
He
cold,
has.
in my opinion.
And I just feel like the Eagles are due to.
You just have to think that if they had Drake May, they'd be undefeated right now, right?
The Eagles are undefeated right now.
No, the Broncos.
Ah,
Oh, the
I'm gonna take the
Eagles with
Broncos,
Drake May. I
upset the
mean,
Eagles.
they've scored 500 points by now.
you are the worst. A couple question marks that I have: is Lamar going to play?
I don't think so.
Is Jaden Daniels going to play? And do we see the Jags actually show up and be a contender? Like,
I would love the Jags to win that game. Oh
I
my
would
God.
too.
I'd be
I
so
would too.
happy.
This feels like a game like last year. You're like, oh, this is 30-0. The Chiefs absolutely destroy the Jags, but the Jags are 3-1. Chiefs are 2-2. I think the Jags are at home. And they look good. They look like they can run the ball. They've got a couple good pass catchers. Their defense looks decent. I think the Jags we're about to see if the Jags win this game. They're 4-1. I'm interested to see how the Jags play in this game because if they
I want
win
to see
this,
a Lynn
I'm gonna
Sanity
start to
run from
respect
Trevor
him a lot
Lawrence
more.
in this game. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Any other hot takes or questions on your minds, boys? Oh, we have some buys this week too. This is our first week of buys.
We
By
have
the
a
way,
lot
the Falcons
of them,
aren't playing.
and all of them are my fantasy football team. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you have. I think there's 4 teams on buy.
literally like 7 people on my fantasy team are on my
Yeah,
league.
yeah, I
Carter,
saw that.
Carter was sending me a trade offer earlier for
Yes.
trying to give me Daniel Jones. I'm like, dude, I'm going down with the ship before I trade anybody for a QB.
Dude,
Okay.
well, it's crazy because like I was like, oh man, I'm in trouble in Dom's team, Dom's league this week, and then I looked at your team and I was like, you have 7 guys on the bench all on bye. It's crazy.
It's bad. And Lamar's hurt. So yeah.
Yes,
It's
that's
tough.
right.
If I lose, I
Schmeeks?
lose. I'll be 2-3, whatever.
I want to ask you, Shmeek, since this is one of your divisional games, because last Thursday it was you and Cardinals. Now this Thursday it's Rams Niners. Do you think there's any way that the 49ers win this game? Because last week we were confident the Seahawks were going to dominate the Cardinals, and they pretty much did, but the Cardinals scared you at the end. Do you think we could see something similar here where the Niners get dominated but then scare them at the end?
Yeah, I mean it's the Niners haven't lost a game by more than 1 possession this year. So, I mean, even with Brock Purdy and the injuries they've had, I don't like it. I don't like to say it, but it's hard for me to ever truly count the Niners out. I think Saleh and I think Shanahan are remarkable coaches, and they're going to find a way to keep them in it. I don't know if they'll win. I don't want to put my chips on that, but I think they'll stick around. I think it'll make it interesting.
I like your take. I don't agree. I think the Rams are going to kill them. I think I just feel like they look really good. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. Their defense looks solid. Purdy looked like crap. Who knows? You know, like we've seen a lot of quarterbacks be hot and then cold, but I feel like after this last week, the Rams looked really good.
It all depends on if Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens show up this week. If they can get open,
Pearsall and
Montana can
Jennings
get them the ball. I think they win.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, those are our hot takes for week 5.
Yeah.
If you guys
Okay, bye.
haven't listened already, we have another like alternate channel or whatever you want to refer to it. We're doing another
Not an
video every
alternate
single
channel.
week.
Another series. Another series. Not a different channel.
We're calling it another series. This just in. Dom is calling it another series
Well,
where
another
we
channel
react.
would be a whole new channel.
Give you my whole new channel. I want it to be called Chain Reactions, but as of right now, name is pending. We are just going to react to hilarious videos that Dom reads to us about the NFL, and I hope you guys tune in, listen, send us some crazy stories for us to react to if you want.
Yep.
Like,
stories.
comment, subscribe, and give us kisses, obviously. And Shmeeks, hit him with the outro.
It's
There we go. JJ McCarthy.